Hey guys, so I hope you appreciate. I really am striving for conciseness. This is my third time doing this, and I'm already starting with rambling off topic. Okay, some students in the class are struggling, and I completely relate. Don't if you find yourself like whether you're struggling to get assignments in or not, if you're struggling, don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you. Being a student is hard. There's some semesters that are just don't go well. So do your best to get caught up if you're behind, to stay caught up if you're ahead. Just keep doing your best. You guys are doing really well this semester. I would love to see everybody finish up. Um, so point one. Point two, I wish that I had sent this feedback a little bit earlier so that you'd have it in time for your revisions. So this is kind of take from it what you can. Um, I will say though that one of the examples that I'm going to give was from an email from Cambria who said, "Hey, nobody responded to my essay. Can you give me some feedback?" And I gladly did. So, you know, would I have been able to if every single person in the class had done that? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's giving myself too much credit. But um, let me run through some of the things that I am liking that I'm seeing in two examples. Some of the things that I'm noticing is in the submissions. I haven't graded the final essays, but leading up to that, things that were not going as well. You'll notice from both of these that they are both using the template, which some people did not. This nope, this is not the one I wanted to start with. Nope, that's not the one I wanted to start with. I wanted to start with Abraham's. Okay, one of the things I like that Abraham does here is the inverse pyramid. He starts out referring to the tragedies of the year 2020 and then works his way from there to what this is about. Mental health of BYU Idaho students, surveying them. Here's where this has to do, tying in sources. Methods, he talked about the survey, how it was designed, some of the things. Could have gone a little bit more into the other part of what kinds of activities and stuff, whatever. The results, okay, what I saw is some people putting the results graphs in the discussion section or in other sections. The results is where it should go. This is the section where you put the data out there. You don't do anything with it. You just say, this happened, here's this stuff that's going on in depth, as much as you need to. I'm liking these graphs that they're in depth enough to be helpful. They're not overwhelming. There's not a huge range. There's low, medium, high. Both of these have interesting stuff. The discussion section is where you really dig into making the connections. So like all this data that you brought up, like what do we do with that? Oh, the discussion section, here's what you do with it. This data that we pointed out, oh, that means this. It's hard to separate those, for me especially. Like I was mainly trained in MLA before I headed into APA for some of my master's and PhD work. And it was brutal to try to separate that because I would get so excited about, okay, this data, this graph that I put so much work into doing, blah, 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 here's all the stuff about it. Resist that urge, put it in the discussion section. I'd be more comfortable with the discussion section being at least a couple paragraphs, 2 or 3. Same with the conclusion. Just the conclusion, you're wrapping it all up, putting a nice bow on it, and it's hard to do that in a couple paragraphs. So I really liked. So in Cambria's, let me show you what's going on here. Firstly, I really like Cambria. Thank you for listening to my feedback and making changes. I'm liking all the changes that that I'm seeing. So um, one of the things that's different between these two is having an appendix to put all the things in. I like doing that. It's a nice professional touch. You get to pat yourself on the back that you had so many pages, but they don't really count. But they might be. It might be helpful. I like going through appendix and kind of seeing, skimming through when I read a dissertation or something. Anyway, just thought I'd share something about kind of how things were going. Good luck. Keep the momentum as much as you can. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, and I'll talk to you later.